Hey everyone, it's Cecilia. Um, I am going to do another short reading, and this is I'm on a roll today, so I want to get a few done while I'm not quite tired. Despite how I look, I'm tired, but I'm not quite tired enough to go to sleep. So I thought I would do some reading of cards today. This time I'm going to talk about Trump. Now, I know that I have been saying before the election that his health, that he's sicker than we knew. And because it wasn't obvious during the election. I mean, right while he was campaigning that he was sick, but my cards kept telling me that he was sick, that he was dying, and that well, not necessarily that he was dying, but that he was sicker than we knew. And I had done several readings on his health because he has been sicker than we know. And but he's old man. You know, I mean, we hopefully we all get old, but as we get older, our bodies fall apart and we have health issues. And of course, it doesn't help that he has a diet of McDonald's and KFC and Diet Cokes, or is it Diet Pepsis? Diet something. Okay. And so it doesn't, and then, he does have dementia. Um, and I totally understand, um, how that is. My partner has some early onset dementia going on because of her diabetes. And I know how hard that is to deal with, and I would not wish that on anybody, to be honest with you, because it's really bad. Now I know I look really really tired. I had to drive. I had been up since really early this morning. I had to drive my granddaughter all the way 2.5 hours from home, and I couldn't get them to get moving fast enough today. So we, instead of being able to leave the house like at noon or 11 o'clock, we didn't leave until almost 7. And you know, yeah, almost 7 o'clock. And by the time I got down here, I was just too tired to drive back. It's 2.5 hour drive, and I'm 62 years old. Um, and used to think that I would love driving. Not as much so much anymore. But here we are. And so I get to stay in this lovely hotel, and it's warm in this room because it's not like my house that's got these big. I mean, this got big windows, but man, they're double pane. I got no breeze coming in. It feels really good. So I'm gonna get a really nice sleep tonight. So anyway, we're gonna ask about Trump in a general sense because we just want to see where he is. He's just throwing out all this stuff, and I look at it as he is trying to distract from the Epstein files, and I've been saying that because that's how it's been feeling. I'm going to be using the predictions deck, and we're going to take a look now. I have a table's like right here at the top, so it's like, but usually when I do my recordings, I gotta go down because I'm sitting up higher than the table or my ottoman. I don't have a desk. I don't have room for a desk. But here, the kids' rooms have desks, but I don't have a desk, and there's no desk in the living room. But here, I'm lower. I feel like a little kid in a high chair that can barely reach the table. That's kind of what I feel like. So that's fun. But anyway, we're gonna. Oh, I got it upside down. So let's go ahead and let's find out. Let's check on Trump. What the heck? Oh, this is the old mosquito airborne thing. They gave me something, updated card, and I don't know why I kept the outdated card. I don't know why. I something's just telling me to hold on to it. I don't know why. But anyway, I mean, they gave another card for that same title, but it has a different picture on it. So let's find out what Trump has to say. I mean, not what he has to say, but tell us what's going on with Trump. You know, I mean, mental, physical, um, just, I just feel that, I mean, he's not running the show. I don't think he's running the show at all. I think they're keeping him with busy work. Oh, well, here, plan the ballroom. Hey, here, plan the arch. Here, we're going to take you for a speech. And then he doesn't stay on topic. And then, you know, he goes to Davos, and he's just not well. He's not well mentally, and he's actually causing a great deal of harm to the country, as far as I'm concerned. We are losing our allies, and we're losing our trade partners. Once that is lost, once people, I mean, think about it. When you change something, you very seldom go back unless that change is really, really bad. Generally, you say, okay, and you stick with it. And I mean, I know that's what I do. When I make a change, I usually find out I like that change a lot better. And I never go back to what was before. And I think that's what's going on here. And I don't know. Yeah, let's just figure out. Let's see what the cards are going to say about Trump. Files. Truthfully, God, my hands hurt. About Trump. Tell us about Trump. Tell us what we need to know with what's going on with Trump. What is going on with Trump? Tell us, angels and guides, please allow us to see into the Akashic records and see what, airborne toxins. Is funny that this popped out. I think not that it has anything to do with the reading, but it has to do with this other card here. Airborne toxins is the new card that replaced the mosquito airborne. So I think what happened was this was a typo, and it's not quite what it was what it's supposed to be, I guess. And so this is the new card that came with it, because this was on the top with this little itty bitty note. So I think the guides wanted me to show you that for, I have no idea why. But because that doesn't even doesn't even resemble what we're asking. God, my hands hurt so bad today. Probably because I was holding the steering wheel as I was driving. My grandchild doesn't drive yet. We're working on it. They're autistic. There's a little bit of fear and anxiety there. That's for sure. But they need to learn to drive, because grandma isn't going to be around forever. And I live in a semi-rural part of the state, and the bus service is better now than it was. It was really, really bad, but it's still not good. It's kind of suckies. So they're not able to get around everywhere. So, yeah. Okay, we'll get up here. Okay, so let's see. I have to do this because, well, you can see where I'm at. All right, so let's see what cards we got here. Farming industry. Well, I would guess farming industry is something that he destroyed. He's compromised. What he's doing is harmful to the country. We don't need cards to tell us that. Heavy burdens. Yeah, I don't know if this is heavy burdens on the people or if it's heavy burdens on us, but we'll find out. We'll pull some more cards, see what they say. New rules, policies, laws. They're making up their own rules, is basically what was socially acceptable and what we did as protocol. He's thrown that all out the window. And he's making his own rules, is what I'm getting out of that. Submarine underwater. Now, what I'm getting out of that, it's not the submarine, but I mean, it's like he's drowning, not physically, but drowning in the sense that he is throwing out all this stuff and he's got so many sticks in the fire, so to speak, so many pookers in there that he's not keeping up with everything. And so he's got to have handlers take care of him. Disappointing outcome. He's disappointed. Some of the things that he thought he was going to do is not coming out like he wanted him to do. The judges keep stopping him from doing his plans was to send people all over, not where they're from, but where he wanted to. We were going to pay what country was that? Where we sent some people from Venezuela, we sent them to Argentina. And we were paying for them to be in the gulag, so to speak. We were paying for that. We don't have money for healthcare. We don't have money for all this other stuff, but we have money to pay other countries to house prisoners. That's kind of fucked up, if you ask me. Okay, but he's disappointed because not just that issue, but all kinds of issues. He's disappointed in the outcomes of those. He needs assistance and help right now. Okay. They're covering up how his health is right now. It's really bad. It is really bad. The energy says it's really bad. I even had a dream about him dying. And his son, Eric, was in it. It was kind of a weird dream. Now, dreams don't always, my dreams generally come true, but there's no time frame. So, and that's why every once in a while read on Trump to see where he is at. But he needs assistance now. He's not able to do things that he used to be able to do. And I don't even think he's running the country. I think Stephen Miller is running the country. I call him the reincarnation of Joseph Goebbels. If you don't know who that is, he is the Nazi propagandist, minister for Hitler, and he looks like him too. When you look at the picture of him and you look at Steve Miller, you're like, oh. And Steve Miller's got that same kind of bad energy. So, big news. I'm not looking at it as big news. He likes to be in the spotlight on a constant basis. Constantly. He don't care if it's good news, bad news, as long as his name is in the news. As long as people are speaking his name on their lips, he doesn't care what it's about. He's happy with that. And that's the energy I feel from him. He's always been there. Moon, no, unclear. This is a no card. It's unclear. Let's find out. Let's use the pendulum because I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so, this is going to be interesting to see how the pendulum works because I'm going to have to put my arm up here. I have tore rotator cuff, but I have a hard time holding it with my left arm. I don't know why that is. So we'll see here. All right. Show me, yes, please, pendulum. Now you see that it goes back and forth. Can you please stop, pendulum? Please stop. Thank you. Can you show me no? Come on, show me no. You're on, there we go. Back and forth, forward and backwards. Can you please stop, pendulum? My arm is starting to cramp up. Can you show me maybe? And maybe is circular. Okay. So we're going to ask the pendulum. Pendulum, can you please tell me, is this card part of the reading? So the answer is no. Okay, so but I'm going to turn it over. Thank you, pendulum. Okay, so we're going to flip it over because I always read from the bottom of the deck too. The base of the deck always has some darkness, outage. I've always said he was evil. And I based that on a meditation I did on him while he was doing this was before his first election. And I did this group meditation with others. It was online. And while I was meditating on him, I have my eyes closed, I'm meditating, and I'm trying to send white light. White light is generally healing light. I just wanted him to stop lying. I was sending white light to him to get him to stop lying because, the one thing that I hate more than anything in this world are liars. I really hate liars. I just, because he doesn't tell little white lies. He tells lies that actually hurt people, and I have a problem with that. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, crap, that type of stuff. But in my meditation, I had my eyes closed. It was all dark, and I had these hands, white hands, and these eyes, these big giant eyes come, and they shoved me back. And I was sitting on the edge of my bed, and I was physically thrown back, and it scared me. And but the darkness is in his soul. He's got a dark soul. I've always felt his energy was bad. I mean, going way back. I never liked him since the 90s. Okay. Celebrate success. Let's ask the pendulum, because I don't know if he's going to be celebrating success. I mean, he's always up there bragging about celebrating success, but that's out in public. He is not. I don't know if you've ever dealt with people with dementia, but they're all over the place emotionally. And so let's see. Okay. Pendulum, can you please stop? Does this card belong in the reading? No. So that's the end of the reading there. Okay. Because the other card, if this is and it doesn't fit. So basically, he's the farm with this card here, the farm industry. I mean, he just put up a post not too long ago about farmers and getting how he got them all this stuff from China now. I said too long ago, I have no sense of time since I went on early retirement, even though I still work part-time. So I could say something was the other day, and it probably was like a week and a half ago, just so you know, because I have no concept of time. And I never really did have concept of time, because I'm just kind of, yeah. But the farm industry is just a sampling of jobs that have been lost, and he doesn't see it. When it says and it's harmful to people, but this compromise, he's compromised. I have always believed he was a Russian asset in my heart of hearts, in my intuition. He is compromised. And if he isn't compromised that way, he's compromised when it comes to money. Money buys him. You can get anything you want with money. Having burdens around us, I don't think he's got heavy burdens, unless it's him trying to weasel out of being in trouble, not opening up the e-files and all those other things. But it's causing us to have heavy burdens to people. Our prices are going up. No one is safe. He's made up his own rules. He's a dark soul. He keeps putting out, I don't know if you guys follow the White House page. He archived his Donald Trump Facebook page. But if you go on to the White House page, it feels like I'm reading The Onion every day I open it up. I don't have any other social media. I did have TikTok for a while. I did try Instagram and that. Yeah, I don't have. So the only one I have is, I have YouTube and I have Facebook. And that's mostly with my family and friends. And I put what I want on there. Put all kinds of crazy shit. I'm an equal opportunity annoyer. So that's that. He needs assistance and help with his physical health and his mental health. And I don't know so much that his cabinet and that is helping him. I think they're actually causing him. This is gut instinct. I think they're actually leading him astray. They're telling him things are good ideas when they're not, and because he's trusting them. And now I hear that they're in all kinds of shit is breaking loose. Wait till he dies, man. That is gonna break up like nobody's business. It's I can feel it now. All that yelling and screaming and going after each other, that type of thing. But I don't really think he needs assistance. He needs help, but I don't actually think he's getting it. If that makes any sense. Not true help. And we know that Melania doesn't really want to help him. That was a marriage on paper. It was like a business transaction, so to speak. He's underwater, got too much going on. He wants to rest. He's an old man. He just wants to hang out with buddies, rest, and have a good time. I think he's tired of the stuff. And he's underwater, and he's got too many sticks in the fire, so to speak. And he's very disappointed in the outcome that he is getting. I think he thought everything was going to go along much better. I don't think he thought he was going to get the resistance from people that he is. So anyway, that's the reading I got. You have a wonderful day. Stay warm. Check on your neighbors. Take care of yourself. I know that people are cold, and some people are out of power, and I worry for them because this is not the time of year to be without power. And but anyway, I'll talk to you later. Have a great night. Good night.